conflict of our Torah. Uh, as this parsha begins to, Jacob has just 12 of his sons, has 11 of his sons rather, but as this parsha draws to a close, Jacob decides it's time to leave Lavan. And the reason he gives is a very interesting one. He tells his wives, he tells Rachel and Leah, you know what? I saw your father today. It's like, yeah, wait a minute. Don't you see our father every day? You work for him? What Jacob was really looking at was that when he looked in the mirror, he saw Lavan. Remember that Jacob has a tremendously strong moral compass. He knows right from wrong. He also knows that Lavan is a deceiver. He knows Lavan will use every trick in the book to take advantage of him. He learns the tricks, not that he should use them against other people, to prepare himself for what people like Lavan will do to him. He learns very quickly, don't trust a thing Lavan tells you. Okay? Again, like I said yesterday, Lavan never lies. He just plays with the truth. Like, he said to Jacob said, I'll work for 7 years for your daughter Rachel. He says, okay, work 7 years for my daughter. And when Jacob complained afterwards, like, you put Leah there, he says, I didn't lie. I said I would give you my daughter. You want the other one, you have to work another 7 years. You made an assumption. Jacob learns from all this. And he learns of how to fool Lavan into thinking that he had advantage. One of the interesting things, there are people who always get underestimated because, if you look at the old Confederacy, the people who led it, Jefferson Davis, who graduated, I think, first in his class at West Point, Robert E. Lee, again, very high up there in his college years. They were facing against Abraham Lincoln, who maybe had a year or 2 years of any schooling, and Grant, who was at the bottom of his class. Sherman was literally at the bottom of his class at West Point, and they were defeated by them. The reason is that they underestimated their foes. They underestimated Lincoln, Grant, and Sherman because we're the smarter ones. And you see this over and over again. People who have this great education, but they always get fooled by simple people because people with a good moral compass but know the tricks, they know how to fool these people. It's a very common thing. So Jacob is in that level. Remember, he has a very strong moral compass. When he said, I looked in the mirror, I think I saw your father in me, he knew that he'd come to the point where he might start behaving like Lavan. And the best thing that he could do was to get out of there, to get his whole family out. And that's why he makes that comment. But we see from this that it's important to know the tricks, not to fool anybody, but to protect yourself. Because as Jews, we know there are people who will try to take advantage of us. Something to think about.